Do not undertake the exercises illustrated in this video without prior medical advice.
Hi, and welcome to the VON SMART Seniors Maintaining Active Roles Together exercise program. We are happy that you've joined us today. I just have a couple of reminders for you before we begin. So 1, find a comfortable place to exercise that is safe as well. 2, ensure that you have a sturdy chair to use during the exercises. All of our exercises can be done standing or seated. 3, wear safe footwear with proper support. 4, have some water nearby. 5, make sure that you only do what you feel comfortable and safe to do. Listen to your body. Have fun. Also, during today's class, we are going to be using an exercise band. If you have one, make sure that you have it nearby. If you don't, that's okay, we can do everything without. Before you use it though, make sure you do inspect it just to make sure there are no rips or tears so that it doesn't snap during the exercises. All right, let's get to the exercises.
Hi everyone, my name's Melissa. I'm going to be taking you through your workout today. Let's get started. Let's start with a march. And from here, if you would like to keep your feet moving, you can. Otherwise, you can still the feet. Let's look over the one shoulder and back to center. Over the other shoulder, back to center, over the shoulder, center, over the other shoulder, and back to center. Let's roll the shoulders forward. And back. And shrug them up to the ears and down. One more. If you want, we can tap the toes forward. Let's reach and pull with the arms, opening and closing those hands, warming up the hands and the elbows and the shoulders. Let's do the same out to the sides. Let's come back to the front, circle out the wrists. Change directions. And then let's wiggle the fingers. And let's shake the water off the hands. One more. All right, if we're ready, let's come to a seated position. We'll warm up the lower body. Remember to take this all at your level, wherever you're at today. You don't have to follow everything I'm doing. We're gonna open up the hips, just for a comfortable range of motion for you. They don't have to come all the way out to the sides. Remember to keep that posture tall. Keep breathing. If you want to add an arm, you can add an arm. Remember, we're just warming up still. All those joints and muscles. 2 more. Back to center. Let's do those leg extensions. So extend and bend from the knee as high as you feel comfortable with. That's it. 2 and 1. Place it down. Let's switch sides. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to that first side, let's circle out the ankle. And change directions. Let's place that foot down. Switch to the other side. Circle out the ankle. Other direction. And place that down. Let's tap out the toes. And now the heels. That's it. And now let's put that together. Heel toe. Remember to drink water when you need it. I'll try and remind you, but if you need it in between, go ahead. All right, let's stop that. If you're ready, we can come to a standing position. If you want to do this all seated, it can all be done seated. Let's march it out here. And then if it feels good, we can bring the knees up higher. Tap opposite hand to opposite knee if you wish. You can do just hands, just knees, whatever you feel comfortable with. All right, let's stop the feet, walk out the arms. That's it. All right, let's take it for a run. Back to knees up. All right, let's stop the feet, walk out the arms again. And run it out. Let's do that one more time, just with the arms. And one more run. All right, march it out. If you need to take a sip of water, go ahead and get some water. We're gonna get into that cardio portion now. All right, let's start with a toe tap to the front. If you want, you can add an arm. Same leg. Remember, the more limbs you get moving, the higher that heart rate's gonna get, so you decide where you're at today. Let's take those legs out to the side. You can add the push with the arm if you wish. All right, let's go toes to the back now. If If you want, you can add those arms. And if you're not feeling it standing, don't forget you can always do it seated. That's it. Keep it going. All right, let's switch toes to the front again. If you want, we can double up the arms this time. You choose. Let's go out to the side again. All right, to the back. That's it. All right, let's take a little recovery march here. Grab water if you need it. We're gonna go into our next circuit. We're gonna lead with the heels this time. Heel digs to the front. If you want to add arms, you can add arms. Keep it going. All right, let's go out to the side. Great job. All right, and from here, we're gonna bring the heels up to the bum. You can curl the arms if you want, or you can just do the legs. Up to you. Are we starting to get warm now? All right, let's go heels to the front again. If you want, we can add arms. That's it. Let's wait for the music to come back. There we go. All right, heels out to the side. All right, switch to those heels to the bum again. We can give a little push back with the arms if you want, or no arms. You choose. All right, let's take a recovery march here. All right, few steps forward if you're comfortable with it. Otherwise, you can just hold the march in place. Just like that. All right, let's come back to center. And let's march wide, narrow, wide, narrow, wide, narrow, one more, wide, narrow. Now let's go wide, wide, narrow, narrow. You can always hold it just the straight march if this isn't comfortable. All right, come back to a march in the center. Let's just do a side step touch. If you want to add arms, you can add arms. All right, from here, let's bring the knees up again if it feels good. That's it. Let's go back to that step touch. Push back with the arms if you want to add arms. And bring the knees up again one more time. All right, let's march it out here. We're gonna start to bring that heart rate down, do a little bit of a quick cool down before we get into our strength portion. If you're comfortable marching and turning your head, you can do that. Otherwise, you can still the feet. We're gonna cool down from the head down. So look over the shoulder, back to center, over the other shoulder, back to center. One more each way, and center. Last one. Back to center. Roll the shoulders forward. And back. Just like that. And from here, let's reach in, touch the chest, and then open the arms. In and out, in and out. Last one. And then bring the hands in front, palms down, palms up, palms down, palms up. And then open and close the hands a few times. And wiggle out the fingers. All right, if your heart rate's down and you feel comfortable, let's have a seat again. Have a sip of water if you need it. And then we're gonna get into those Charlestons. So out, heel toe. If you want, you can add hands to it. I know it's a lot to think about. Doing great. All right, one more. And back into center. Let's do those knee extensions again. Extend and bend. As high as you feel comfortable with. Remember to keep that posture tall in that chair. Two, and one. Switch sides. Three, two, and one. Back to the first leg. Let's point and flex the toe. And switching sides, same thing, point and flex. All right, place that foot down. If you need a sip of water, grab a sip of water. We're gonna go into those sit to stands next. All right, when you're ready, keeping the posture tall, keeping the bum firmly in the chair, back, keep the chair close behind you. You know your modifications. You can have no hands as your hardest, hands on your knees for help, or hands on the chair for help, so you choose where you're at. Let's come to standing. And down. Remember to breathe. You don't have to go at my pace, you can go at your pace. And if you don't want to do the sit to stands, you can either just fire up the muscles and pretend you're going to stand and then release, or you can do those leg extensions. Let's do two more. And on this one, let's come down slow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, great job. We're ready for the band part now. So if you have your band, grab it and place it around the feet. So we're going to be doing the rows for the back. So you're going to be pulling like you're pulling on a pair of pants, squeezing those shoulder blades behind you. Slow and controlled both ways. Remember to keep a little bit of tension on the band. Don't let it flop at the bottom. Two, and one. All right, from here, let's bring the feet under the knees. Adjust your grip if you need to. Remember, the closer to the end of the band, the easier it's going to be. We're gonna do those bicep curls. So fist to wrist, or fist to shoulders. Keeping those wrists neutral, keeping that posture tall. That's it. Three, two, and one. All right, from here, let's take that band off. Let's place it behind your back. We're gonna be working the chest next. All right, same thing, wrists neutral, posture tall, remember to breathe, pressing forward, squeezing those chest muscles. Slow and controlled. That's it. Three, two, and one. All right, take that band off your back. We're gonna work the backs of the arms next, the tricep muscles. So holding the band in one hand, either in the center of your chest or on the opposite shoulder, grab it with the opposite hand, And we're going to be extending the arm and bending. That's it. Three, two, and one. All right, same thing, other side. I'm just turning in my chair so you can see what I'm doing. Either on the opposite shoulder or in the center of the chest. Grab onto the band with the opposite arm and extend and bend. Just moving from the elbow. Yeah, 3, 2, and 1. All right, release that. Let's place the band back. We'll go into our second set of sit to stands. Grab a sip of water if you need it, and join me when you're ready. All right, let's go. If you want to count out loud, we're going to do 10, or as many as you can do. 8. Remember your modifications if you need to place your hands on your knees or your hands on the chair, or if you just want to do those leg extensions. All right, on these next ones, we're going to come down slow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up again. 4, 3, 2, 1. And up last time. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, we're gonna finish with some lower body strength. So when you're ready, if you want to come to standing, otherwise you can do it seated. I'll show you some seated modifications. We're gonna work the outside of the leg, those abductor muscles, the outside of the glutes. So we're gonna stand on one foot, weight even in the foot, raising out to the side. Doesn't have to be a big movement. Holding onto the chair for support if you need it. Three, 2, and 1. Shake that out. Switching sides. Other foot comes up. Lead with the heel. Keep that leg straight, foot flexed. Three, 2, and 1. Shake that out. We're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna come to the back this time. So I'm just standing sideways so you can see what I'm doing. Straight leg, lead with the heel. Feeling it in this part of the body. Three, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Let's do the other side. Just like that. Three, 2, and 1. Shake it out. This time, we're going to curl like we did in the cardio portion, the heel to the bum. Still feeling it in those hamstrings, a little less in the glutes this time. That's it. 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out. Same thing, other side. Curling the heel to the bum. It's bent leg move this time. Three, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Grab a sip of water if you need it. This time, we're going to work those calves, the back bottom part of the leg. We're going to raise up onto the toes and lower. You can do this without the chair or with the chair for support. Remember, keeping that posture tall. Two, and 1. All right, shake it out. When we work the back of the body, we're gonna work the front of the body. So now we're gonna do those shins in the front lower part of the leg. So standing straight, weight in the heels, just a tiny movement. You don't wanna rock, you wanna just barely lift the toes toward the shins. Yeah. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out. Let's come and let's do some work with your ball. So if you have your ball, grab it. If you don't have a ball, you can use your hands for resistance. So we're gonna start with the ball in between the knees. We worked the outside of the legs earlier. We're gonna work the inside of the legs now. So ball between the knees, and we're just gonna squeeze and release, squeeze and release. You decide how hard you squeeze. Three, 2, and 1. All right, release that. Let's bring the ball up onto one knee. We're gonna be working those core muscles, those abdominal muscles. So you wanna contract the abs, push the hands into the ball and the knee into the ball. You can lift up either just onto the toe or you can lift the whole foot up, keeping that spine tall, and remember to breathe. So squeeze, 4, 3, 2, and release. Again, 4, 3, 2, and release. Up, 4, 3, 2, and release. Count with me if it helps you to breathe. 4, 3, 2, and release. One more. 4, 3, 2, and release. Roll the ball over to that opposite knee. We're gonna do the same thing, keeping that posture tall, pressing into the ball. 4, 3, 2, and release. And again, 4, 3, 2, and release. Again, 4, 3, 2, and release. 1, 2 more. 4, 3, 2, and release. Last one. 4, 3, 2, and release. All right, let's bring that ball behind us. Pressing into the ball with a tall spine, contracting those abdominal muscles. We're gonna press straight back into the ball, contracting. 3, 2, 1, and release. Again, 4, 3, 2, and release. Press back, 4, 3, 2, and release. 2 more, remember to breathe. 3, 2, and release. Again, 4, 3, 2, and release. From here, this is everyone's favorite. Let's just gently shift the weight side to side. Give yourself a little back massage. Keeping that spine tall, we're not arching the spine. All right, let's bring that ball out from behind the back. We're gonna take it in front of us. We're gonna work the chest again. So we're gonna squeeze the ball. If you don't have the ball, you're just pressing hand into hand. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. That's it. Two and one. All right, from here, we're going to take and we're going to squeeze fingers into the ball. If you don't have the ball, it's just fingers into thumb. That's it. All right, let's bring it back in. We're gonna take and we're gonna pretend we're putting those heavy dishes up on the high shelf. If this feels okay for your shoulder. If not, you can always press it out. You don't have to press it so high. Three, two, and one. All right, from here, let's do those figure eights. Passing hand to hand. If you don't have the ball, you're just circling the arms. All right, when we're in the center, let's change directions. For me, the easiest way to think about this is I pretend it's like the double Dutch skipping ropes, like when I was a kid we were playing. So we're turning in the first time and we're turning out the second time. So that's how I remember how to switch directions. All right, bring it back to center. Let's roll hand over hand. And let's roll to the left, just as far as your arms will allow you without twisting the spine. And roll to the right. And back to the left. If you don't look at the ball, it makes it harder. And one more each way. And back to center. Let's change directions. And let's roll up. And roll down. Roll up. And down. One more each way, up and down. All right, let's do a few throws and catches just for some coordination. If you want to add the clap at the bottom, you can. Otherwise, you can just throw and catch. If you don't have the ball, you can just pretend. All right, let's take and bounce the ball. You can dribble it. You can bounce and catch, whichever works for you. This is going to be different if you're on a carpeted surface too. All right, let's take that ball and let's place it somewhere where it's not gonna get away from us. Take a sip of water if you need it. We're gonna get into some balance stuff. All right, when you're ready, meet me standing. Remember to have your chair nearby. You can grab onto it for support. So we're just gonna start with some shifts to the sides. Shift the weight side to side. All right, from here, if you're comfortable, you can be right behind your chair. I'm gonna be out to the side so you can see what I'm doing. We're gonna take a step to the side, a step to the back, step to the other side, and a step to the front. So you're walking in like a box shape. Step to the side, step to the back, step to the other side, step to the front, again. And when you get back to center, let's change directions. To the back, to the side, to the front. That's it. And one more right way around. All right. Let's go back to those weight shifts side to side. But this time we're gonna pretend that we're stepping over something. So you're lifting that foot higher, stepping into the bathtub, over a curb, over that sleeping pet, which probably isn't the best idea, but sometimes we have to. All right. Now when we do it, we're going to take a little pause. So when you come over, take a little pause on one foot, and then place it down, and then step over and take a pause on the other foot. Place it down, a couple more, step over, and take a pause if it's comfortable. If it's not comfortable, you can always place the foot down. And then over. Remember, you can be right behind your chair, holding on for support. Back. And then one more. Great job. Place that down. Let's do that rocking horse, forward and back. Step forward with the right foot, back with the left, forward with the right, back with the left. Take a little pause each direction. All right, one more. And come back to center. Let's do that tandem stance now. So you're going heel to toe, like you're on a tightrope, or if you need more support, widen your base of support, have them separated. You know where you're at. So we're gonna be standing heel to toe and balance. Hold on to your chair for support if you need it. If you need a challenge, you can look around slowly. You can add in some arm movement. If you're comfortable, you can always hold on with one hand. You can try reaching to one side. You can try reaching to the other side. You can try reaching forward and back. And then if you want more of a challenge, you can try lifting the toes of the front foot. And hold. And then you can try lifting the heels of the back foot. And then if you really are up for a challenge, you can try lifting both. You know where you're at. Feel a little bit of that wobble, but always make sure you feel safe. And place it down. Bring it back to center. Now step forward with that opposite foot. We're gonna do that rocking horse. Take a little pause each direction if it's comfortable. All right, one more. Come back to center. Now take that foot, heel toe, or wider if it's more comfortable for you. If you need a challenge, you can look around. Just remember to look slowly so you don't make yourselves dizzy. And if you want a bit of more of a challenge, you can try reaching to one side. The chair's always there if you need it. You can reach to the other side. You can reach forward. And you can reach back. And if you want to try lifting the toes of the front foot, making that base of support even smaller, you can try lifting the heels of the back foot. Or you can try lifting both. All right, set that down, bring it back to center. We're gonna do a single leg on each side. So pick a leg, raise, stand on one, weights even in the foot. And if this isn't enough of a challenge for you, you can add in some movement with the raised foot. You can circle the ankle, you can spell your name. Or you can bicycle it. All right, place it down. Let's switch to the other side. Weights even in the foot. Raise the other leg. If you need more of a challenge, you can add some movement to the other foot, to the raised foot. Spell your name. Or bicycle it. All right, place that down. We're gonna get into the stretching portion now. Grab a sip of water if you need it. And otherwise, we're going to take a step back with one foot. We're stretching out the front of the leg that's in behind. If that's not enough, you can sink into it a little bit. Everyone's flexibility is different, so you know where you need. Stretching should always be just a gentle tension, never pain. Back off if there's any pain. And bring it in a tiny bit so that you can put that heel on the ground, stretching out the calf. If you need to bend into it a little bit to feel it down in the bottom part of the leg, you can. All right, release that. Same thing, other side. So we're taking a step back with that opposite leg, sinking down in, feeling it in the front part of that leg. Remember to keep that posture tall. All right, bring it in just slightly so you can place that heel on the ground. Bend into it slightly if you need more. Remember, just a gentle tension. All right, release that. Let's come to seated. We're gonna stretch out the backs of those legs, so take one foot out in front of you, heel to the ground, toe to the sky. We're stretching those hamstrings. If you don't feel it, you can hinge just from the hips. Just lean forward, placing the hand on the opposite knee. Bringing the foot in just slightly, toe towards the ground, stretching out the shin now, the front of the leg. All right, same thing, other side. Other leg is outstretched, heel to the ground, toe to the sky. And if you need a little bit more, hinge forward, looking out over that toe. Feeling the stretch in the back of the straight leg. All right, bring it in just slightly, toes towards the ground, stretching out the shin. All right, bring that back in, sit up tall. Let's open up the chest. Stretching out those chest muscles. Posture's tall, remember to breathe. And then take and flip those palms back, thumbs down. Changing the area of the stretch, feeling a little bit more in the biceps and the front of those arms. And then reaching forward, clasp the hands, stretching out the back. All right, release that. Let's take one arm, walk it down the spine, look for the tag in your shirt, scratch that itch in your back. If you need a little bit extra, you can add a gentle push on the back of the arm, not right on the elbow joint. That's it. And release that. Same thing, other side. Walk the fingers down the spine to a point that's comfortable. If you need a little bit extra, you can add the hand. All right, release that. Let's take a few deep breaths. I hope everyone enjoyed today's workout. I enjoyed working out with you. Remember to drink lots of water after. One more. And give yourselves a pat on the back. Thank you all for working out. You did great.